A July day here in the north of Japan as J1's northernmost club, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo, take on Shonan Bellmare at the Atsubetsu Stadium. Here's the visitors in possession. 8th takes on 12th in J1. Chanatip has the ball for the home side. It is the second venue for Contador. Spend most of their games at the Sapporo Dome, or most of their time at the Sapporo Dome. Atsubetsu Park has been around since the 1980s. One of the older venues used in the J-League. As you can see, it doubles up as an athletic stadium. A little bit careful, Gu Sun-yun, that's needless self-inflicted pressure by the home side. Saki moves the ball on with some speed to Ono. Just about half cut out by Fukumori, did enough anyway. Now Chanatip to bring it forwards. Tsuki Saito is with him, or was with him. Clever ball there, really clever to Kosuke Shirai. Shindo. Captain Hiroki Miyazawa. A little while since Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo enjoyed a victory. 3-1 at home to Sagan Tosu almost a month ago. Visitors looking for their third win in a row on this match day 20 out of 34 in the J-League season of 2019. Kosuke Taketomi, they're on loan from traditional Shonan Bellmare rivals, the Urawa Red Diamonds. I dare say we will talk about that Red Diamonds game that Shonan played and indeed won early this season over the course of the next 90 minutes. Many talking points in that match. So first chance here for Shonan Bellmare to test Gu Sun-yun. A 5-year-old from the Republic of Korea. Will be Tsuaka Umesaki to deliver the free kick. Jump was from Musashi Suzuki. Fukumori. Suzuki. Shota Kobayashi. Six goals so far this season for Suzuki. Made his national team debut back in March in the game against Colombia. Away by Suga. Jay Bothroyd keeps the play alive for the home team. Top on for Shirai, and he might have been fouled. Just a little nudge, that's all. Not enough. Takuma Arano. So a bit of pressure from Miki Yamane. Miyazawa. It's good pressing here from Shonan Bellmare. Visitors have, I was about to say, won the ball back well, but then a little careless in possession. It's Fredi who puts it back to Yota Akimoto. To go long. It's a loose touch from Kosuke Shirai, which is ultimately what led to the foul. Just rather enticed Daiki Kaneko to go in, and he was not really in control of that challenge at all. The 20-year-old. Graduate of Kanagawa University. Suzuki. Chanatips flick up, it's headed away. Kamori with a foul on Ryogo Yamasaki. Shindo loses out. Possession given away. Sugioka. His shirt pulled just a fraction by Shirai. Jay Bothroyd back to perform defensive duties. Fredi is up. Very obvious target. That's why Ryosuke Shindo is sticking to him like glue. Umesaki. It is Jay Bothroyd who gets the header away. Appealing for a foul and getting nothing. Chance in the box. Deflected behind for the corner from Mitsuki Saito. Takitomi with the first touch, and then important work by Shindo to deprive Mitsuki Saito of his second goal of this season in J1. Sugioka. Tries to pull it to Taketomi. Player in his second spell at the club. It's on loan from the Red Diamonds. Yamane. Should be a routine one for Hiroki Miyazawa to see out of play. Very much a local player from the city of Date, the southwest of the beautiful island of Hokkaido. Japan that always rather needlessly takes time with the ball. I was about to say a part of Japan that not a huge number of visitors from overseas quite managed to work their way to. In fact, a lot of Japanese don't quite make their way up to Hokkaido. It's associated with its exquisite landscape and its equally exquisite food. And lovely people as well. There's a real sense of warmth, of vivacity. Both to the large cities like Sapporo and the smaller communities, lots of lovely villages in Hokkaido. Well worth making the time to hop on a plane or a train and head up there. Bothroyd. Ryosuke Shindo. Fans enjoying this extended spell of possession. Or they were anyway. Miyazawa. Suzuki just dropped back a little to build the attack. But very interesting to see how he and Jay Bothroyd combine. They're both strong in the air. Sugioka. Not sure quite what the plan was there. Sugioka was involved in one of the most extraordinary moments of the season. The game against our Red Diamonds. He scored the goal that never was. A goal that clearly crossed the line and was missed by the referee. When I say crossed the line, I mean it was in the net and out again. A brave move from Shindo, and it's worked. Shirai. I don't know, back to Bothroyd. I don't know. To Jay Bothroyd again, looking for the little flick. Well played towards Suzuki. Pulls it across goal. It's going to be Bothroyd. Blocked by Freri. Great diagonal ball, though, to really give Masashi Suzuki space to run. That is where he excels. It's Takuma Arano with the pass. And it's a clever one. Really glancing back at Miki Yamane as if to say, I think you ought to have dealt with that. Misaki, chance to pass and to free Sugioka, just a little lacking in pace, that ball. I'm not sure that was that helpful from Suzuki to keep that ball in play. And then struck harmlessly wide from Yamasaki. Easiest to bring down. Not sure that Gu would have got anywhere near it though. Oh, and that's very close from Daiki Kaneko. A couple of moments that nearly really shook Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo. Just very casual for the last 30 seconds. On the sidelines, issuing instructions. Manager of the home side. Kim Min-tae. Shindo. Good pressing again from Shonan Bellmare. To Bothroyd, to Suzuki, and here's Shindo. Fukumori. Shindo, whoa, well placed. Very clever header from Ryosuke Shindo, and he gives the home side the lead. Fourth goal of the season for Ryosuke Shindo. After 18 minutes, it's Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 1, Shonan Bellmare 0. Superb ball from Akito Fukumori. The more obvious target was Suzuki, and perhaps that allowed Shindo to arrive relatively unannounced in the penalty area. Controlled that diving, stretching header well. That's lovely placement of the ball. Super control. The man from the city of Sapporo scores here at the Atsubetsu Stadium. Well, much credit to be paid to that man there, Akito Fukumori, who's got just a lovely left foot, and there is the evidence of it. If you saw the game against the Yokohama F. Marinos right at the start of the season, you will have enjoyed, no doubt, well, unless you're a Marinos fan, the free kick by Fukumori. Still the only league goal he's produced this season. Got a very accurate delivery. Gets into block, but it rebounds rather kindly to Kaneko. goalkeepers without incident. Bit of a disappointing moment for Shonan Bellmare. It had a good spell, a couple of very decent chances. Still a temptation for Contador to really play the ball intricately in their own defensive third, and had more than a few nervous moments doing that. They remain glued to that strategy. Bothroyd nods it down. Chanatip. Touch to Arano. So Shirai has a chance to try to work this to a crossing position and look for Bothroyd. There is Bothroyd. He looks for him. He finds him. Goalkeeper can't believe he's been beaten by that. The second goal of the season for Jay Bothroyd, the veteran striker. The man born in London. He's found a real home for himself in Japan in the last few seasons. And Shirai put this right on his head. But it is going to be a frustrating one for Yota Akimoto to look back on. Got a hand to the ball and only succeeded in steering it up into the net. Powerful leap. He was the obvious target for Shirai's delivery. It's a very good second goal for Consadole, coming just 3 minutes after the first. Dressed for the summer is the manager. It's all feeling like a rather nice day in the park at the moment. Don't play too many of their home games outdoors. Indeed, you wouldn't be wanting to do that at the start of the season in Hokkaido. February and March is a very chilly time of the year up in the north as Misaki goes down. James, the head coach of Shonan Bellmare, and Misaki is looking like he's going to hobble back onto the pitch. Shindo. They had such a marvellous season in 2018, Contador, fourth in the table. It's always going to be very tough to equal that as Suzuki plays it in towards Bothroyd. Clever ball. Who got the last touch? Tough to tell from that angle. Very lively in this game is the 37-year-old. It did come off a Shonan Bellmare defender last. Two goal scorers standing close together. Penalty area. It's obvious that one would expect the ball to go onto the head of Jay Bothroyd, but that creates its own problems because give somebody else too much space. It's Freire who's staying with Bothroyd as expected, and Akimoto punches away. Suga. Komori's gone towards the far post. Yeah, it's always going to be a tough ask to equal an incredible performance like fourth in the league for a team that has so often been J1 and J2's yo-yo side. Shirai has space, has a cross that is half dealt with by Akimoto and still not fully dealt with by the defence, and Shonan Bellmare would have only had themselves to blame had Suzuki managed to finish there. But they're struggling to cope with Kosuke Shirai. He's getting a lot of space down the right flank. Misaki, Sugioka, Misaki, it's Jay Bothroyd to try to lead the counter-attack, needed to hold that ball up. There's always the danger of the overlap from Chanatip as well, wearing 18 for Consadole. He's only scored one goal so far this season. He can suddenly burst through, time a good late run into the area. Well recovered from the home side. Here is Chanatip. What a super ball to Suzuki. He's one-on-one. Couldn't get the shot cleanly away. Just scuffed it a touch to Akimoto, who is rather furious that Chanatip was so easily able to play that ball forwards. Very nearly a third goal for the home side. Shonan Bellmare, for all of their half chances they've had at the other end, are in danger of disappearing in this game. It's got to be a foul there by Freire, and he knows it. He was all over the back of Bothroyd. Well-travelled defender. A little too much travelling going on there. Joined from the S-Pulse after a season there. He's put in the air miles. Countries like Kazakhstan, Cyprus, Portugal, and obviously his native Brazil. Minte. To Chanatip. Here's the space for Chanatip. He fires it as Jay Bothroyd wanted the ball. Komori, clever interception. To take it a little too quickly. Just hurt himself blocking that shot, Freire. Just the way he landed after deflecting the ball. So here comes the dangerous left foot of Akito Fukumori once more. Tough one, just needs a touch. Fast turning into one of the most important players in the Consadole team. He's lost that one, Fukumori. Just unable to keep it in play was Kosuke Taketomi. Arano moves it quickly to Chanatip. Again quickly onto Bothroyd, who's hauled over by Freire. It's becoming quite a prize fight, isn't it, watching those two today? Suga. Verging on being a touch too physical there and trying to win that ball back, but goal kick anyway. Covered well, Sugioka. Covered very well, actually. Kaneko uses the other wing. Kito eventually behind for a goal kick. Shota Kobayashi, who started with the club. He was a youth team player almost 2 decades ago. Graduated from the youth team now a decade ago. Saki tries to unlock the Consadole defence, but they're holding pretty firm. On the diagonal. It's better play, right through the centre. Taketomi, behind it goes. Part of the team that won the Emperor's Cup last season for the Red Diamonds. Shonan Bellmare enjoying their own cup success in the League Cup. first major trophy for them since the glory days of the mid-90s when they won the Asian Cup Winners' Cup. Quite a team back in the mid-90s, late 90s. Hitoshi Nakata, probably their most famous name from that time. The corner is just about the goalkeeper's, then it's put in. Totally lost by Gu Sung-yun. He looks a forlorn figure. He looks a furious figure. Kazunari Ono, I think, got the final touch. But what happens here? Goalkeeper just gets nothing on that ball, and it's Ono making it truly an Ono moment for Gu. So suddenly, the game is very much alive here in Hokkaido. 2-1. So Akito Fukumori, as Tama Matsuda is waiting to come on. Fukumori's ball is cut out by Freri. Chanatip. Unnecessary as Fukumori heads it back across to Suzuki. About to say unnecessary self-inflicted pressure by Contador to rather gift a goal to the visitors, but they very nearly had the third. Now here is the change. It's Tsuaku Mesaki, who was in some discomfort 10-15 minutes ago. It looks as though that has continued. He is in pain. So Tama Matsuda, the 23-year-old from Kumamoto, comes on. It's his 19th appearance of the season. It's only Matchday 3 that he wasn't involved in. Scored in the 3-1 away win to the S-Pulse, 31st of March. Here is Matsuda. Lively start from him. Now Gu Sung-yun will probably be like most goalkeepers, desperate to make a really good save in the next 5-10 minutes or so, just to get his hands firmly back on the ball and that error behind him. There's the scorer of the goal, Kazunari Ono. Of Shonan players running into each other. With painful consequences by the looks of things, as on the other wing it's Sugioka versus Shirai. Shirai is going to win that one. Did finally get his goal last weekend, Sugioka. Let's have a look back at Umesaki's delivery. Gu just flapping at the ball. An easy one for Kazunari Ono. It was a half-hearted appeal for a foul, but there really wasn't any pressure on Gu Sung-yun at all. It's a nightmarish moment that just about every goalkeeper experiences at some point in their careers. And it feels appropriate to point out that Gu Sung-yun has bailed his defence out on many occasions so far this season when they've had a little lapse here and there. The substitute Matsuda over the ball. Certainly given them hope with his first goal of the season. And maybe now, just maybe, one starts to think about some of the missed opportunities for Consadole. A good cluster of opportunities to put the third goal in. Emboldened now, the visitors. Matsuda goes down, play on. Chanatip. Bothroyd on to Chanatip, asking a lot of him. That is the aforementioned potential of Chanatip to end up as the furthest player forward with a little flick from either Suzuki or Bothroyd. Expecting to receive the ball from Freire there. Cut out by Kim. Suzuki. Chanatip, who can play his way out of this situation well. Suzuki is brought down. Must be a card, mustn't it? Well, he had the red card out there for a moment. The referee ended up giving the yellow. There was definitely a red card in the hands of Futoshi Nakamura. Is Suzuki clean away through on goal? It's a wild lunge in from Freire. Well, was a yellow the right call? Did he escape? I wonder if the referee had the red out by mistake or whether he genuinely was contemplating that that was an instant dismissal. Freire stays on the field of play. Fukumori with a dangerous ball to Kim. What a chance that was. Well, it's been some years since he scored a league goal, and he will not get many clearer opportunities than this one. Right in front of goal on the 6-yard line. Akimoto fuming with his defence again. And yet again, Fukumori, the dangerous deliverer. Great opportunity before the half-time interval for Consadole to restore the 2-goal advantage, and maybe they should have done. Interesting decision made a few minutes ago by Futoshi Nakamura to administer just the yellow card to Fredi. Leaves it for Matsuda so that he can get forward. Go to Fredi. It's the last activity of the first half, a very entertaining first half here in Hokkaido. Jay Bothroyd, scorer of the second goal shortly after Ryosuke Shindo, gave Consadole the 1-0 advantage on the 18-minute mark, but courtesy of a very simple header from Kazunari Ono, the game is alive as we head into the second half. At the break, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 2, Shonan Bellmare 1. Welcome back to the Atsubetsu Stadium here in Sapporo. The largest city on the island of Hokkaido. Half underway as Shonan Bellmare chase the game. They were rather gifted away back into on the 36-minute mark after Gu Sung-yun literally handed the ball to Kazunari Ono. Lots of good work performed by the home side in the first half. It must be said, many an opportunity to score. One of the most notable chances was for the defender Kim Min-tae. As a result, there is so much hope here for Shonan Bellmare as Kobayashi pulls it back. What a save! That's how you make amends. Beautiful goalkeeping. They cannot believe that they're not level. Kobayashi with the pull back, and Mitsuki Saito was convinced that was in the back of the net. Heading in the wrong direction, a brilliant reflex stop. Well played, Gu Sung-yun. Matsuda with the jump, Ono. Shirai on the counter-attack for the home side. Still going, he crosses the ball to Anano! How does that one stay out? Akimoto with the save. It looked as though it was going to cross the line. It's still their attack, and here is Suzuki, and he's hooked away incredibly and then put wide. You must be joking. That is extraordinary. Cleared off the line, and then an open goal spurned. Suzuki with the chip, Incredible clearance from Miki Yamane. I mean, this work from the defender is something to behold. And then Ryosuke Shindo unable to put the ball in. Almost shades here of the Rene Higuita scorpion kick from all those years ago at Wembley Stadium. Developing into quite some football match as Yamasaki tries the spectacular. Save from Akimoto, and Freire also coming in. We must, amidst the spectacular work of Miki Yamane, pay credit to the Brazilian centre-back for his very, very astute clearance. Suzuki is fouled. Must have thought that he'd scored. I think everybody thought that he'd scored. To recover possession, the visiting side. Aiki Kaneko. Matsuda. Now it is with Taketomi. It'll be a tough chase for Kobayashi. Well, it goes to show, doesn't it? You don't have to have goals to have excitement in football. Sometimes very denial of the goal is the remarkable bit, and it's happened at both ends. Gu Seung-yun with a truly supreme save from Mitsuki Saito. And then Akimoto with the stop. Freire getting in to clear it, and moments after that, remarkable goal line clearance from Miki Yamane. All of that means that it is still improbably, verging on impossibly, a 1-0 game. Chanatip. Chanatip's across for Bothroyd. Has gone anyway. Bothroyd does look to be in a bit of pain. Good work from Chanatip. Really nice technique for that cross, and what a good header away to deny Jay Bothroyd. He scored one headed goal today. Must be a great deal that he's seen from his team that has been highly encouraging. But not if this goes through to Yamasaki, and it almost did. Get the sense, don't you, that we really are at the most crucial point of the game now. Both sides looking likely to score when they come forward. Plenty of threats. taken corner. Half charge down. Still forward is Freddy, who's so good at chesting the ball down like that. Taketomi. Suga holds firm. But you've got to think that Shonan Bellmare will want to test Gu Sung-yun by just dropping this ball close to him again, getting players like Ono charging in. Once bitten, twice shy, as they say. Let's find out. Does seem to have put that mistake behind him, Gu Sung-yun. Well played by Bothroyd. Only other goal this season before today in the league was in the 3-1 win at home to Sagan Tosu. Just under a month ago. Kobayashi wanted it and had to track back a little to get there. He's got himself in trouble. Chanatip fouling Shota Kobayashi, who will, one suspects, be rather relieved about that. To the wing. Shindo away. Trying to hold this one up. Bothroyd fouled. That's really what he's there to do. To hold that ball up and allow the counter-attack to form. Gu finds Chanatip, who touches it on neatly to Bothroyd. That's a great ball to Suga. Suga tries to play it towards Suzuki, just second-guessed himself. Work this ball out wide to Shota Kobayashi, and here he is. He's got an option. Just overcomplicated that a touch. He's got a couple of goals this season, Yogo Yamasaki, including in the 3-1 win against Vissel Kobe last weekend. Down season of Vissel. He must have thought not so long ago, Tsuki Saito, that he'd found the back of the net, only to be denied by a wonderful piece of goalkeeping. The player possession now. Shindo controls. It's another chance and gets the free kick. Clumsy from Tema Matsuda. met with his arms as Shindo went to ground. Whenever he's involved, it's a good chance it's going to make its way to the head of one of the big players. The likes of Bothroyd, the likes of Suzuki. Fukumori, oh, it's almost turned in. It was Bothroyd, and it's Akimoto who holds the ball, and he needed to hold that too. Great delivery. Just tried to chest it on. I'm not even sure if Bothroyd got a touch. At the other end. Sun Yun also with a firm grip on the ball. I don't know. Might be in trouble. Yellow card about to be issued to Takuma Arano, and not for the first time in this match. The home team make life needlessly tough on themselves. He very clearly pulls Takatomi to ground. One wonders what his complaint is. Other the local players, I don't know, born in this city. Quite a way out is Tema Matsuda. Does he fancy a go, or is he going to loft this? He does fancy a go. Maybe he wishes he hadn't fancied a go. Tidy play from Chanatip. Chanatip looks for Bothroyd cut out, and vitally so. Stolen back by Fukumori, advantage played. Suzuki strikes, palmed loose. Bothroyd pulls it back to Arano, and it will not count. The flag is up. Possibly a slightly relieved Yota Akimoto, who made that quite easy for Bothroyd to get back. Let's have another look. So the shot is hit, and Bothroyd in an offside position. Accurate spot from the assistant referee. Well finished by Arano. Got his first goal of the season. It's been a virtual ever-present. I don't know. He's missed a couple of games. Poked out by Shindo to Kobayashi, who wins the throw. Suga. Yamane, whose most memorable contribution in this match is that unbelievable clearance off the line. A bit of gymnastic work from Yamane. Means, along with many other equally dramatic incidents, that there is still just a single goal in this most intriguing battle between two mid-table sides here in J1. If this is what mid-table's all about, then long live mid-table. It's an exciting place to be if you're neutral. Shota Kobayashi. Fukumori lets it run. The header on was from Bothroyd to Suzuki. Chanatip wasn't likely to win that battle in the air. Miyazawa. Fukumori. Bothroyd was just starting to make a run. Instead it goes towards Suga. Clearly two forwards. Couple making a run. To be Kim just to shepherd this out. Looks to be a debut for Ömer Tokac. Teenager who's just signed. Leverkusen youth team. It's nearly a touch more dramatic than Akimoto fancied it being. Kaneko. Freire tries the ambitious long ball. Chanatip, subject of things that are ambitious, able to get near that. So time for a change, and Daiki Kaneko, himself a young player, to be replaced by the teenager Ömer Tokac, Turkish youth international, making his debut today. Born in Engelskirchen in Germany. Last time he played was for the Leverkusen under-19s against Paderborn back in April when he scored. So if he can carry on that form, he'll be a most welcome addition to Shonan Bellmare. Brave move. Come out to play in the J-League. just 18. Mori lines up the dead ball. Crosses well. Goalkeeper under some pressure. Chanatip also under some pressure. Also doing well. Miyazawa. Suga goes back to his captain. Miyazawa goes for the back post. Suzuki. To thump into touch is Miki Yamane. All the way back to Shindo, who will use the man from Incheon, Kim Min-tae. Sitting very close to Seoul. Always gloriously in fine voice, the Consadole fans. Visiting Shonan Bellmare supporters. It's a bit of a trek for most J1 teams to get up to Hokkaido against Yamasaki. Signed from Tokushima Vortis last season. To Suzuki, one to bring down. I don't know. Here's Fukumori with a really good delivery that's been put in by Jay Bothroyd. Goalkeeper committed. Bothroyd got there first. He's been hurt in the process. When he stands, he will discover that it is 3-1. Did take a nasty knock as he landed Jay Bothroyd. Really did go into attack this ball. Fukumori driving forwards, beautifully timed both the delivery and the run. Bothroyd's header was a strong one. It's just as he landed, his back, his hip, something does not feel right, evidently. Eyes only on the ball. Akimoto really was not very near that ball at all. Frustrated looking Freire following the ball in. He's back on his feet, Jay Bothroyd. But substitute Addison Lopez waiting to come on. It will be that that's going to be Jay Bothroyd's last contribution. So it is 3-1 to Consadole. Indeed, Bothroyd not on the field of play. Kirai giving good chase. Kim. Arano. Kumori. They play it out to allow a full quota of players to be achieved. Jay Bothroyd replaced, having scored 2 goals, having been injured in the fall. Hopefully just a precautionary substitution for his sake. It's Anderson Lopez who comes on. Scored 8 goals so far this season in J1, 4 of them in his 3rd game. Chanatip just delays his decision a bit. He's going to surely go it alone now. It is Anderson Lopez. Did he just take a little too long, Chanatip Songkrasin? Out to Fukumori, who with accurate work again finds Chanatip for Suzuki. Always a simple one for Akimoto. Shota Kobayashi about to be replaced in the 76th minute by Ryonosuke Noda. Noda yet to find the target this season, but is always a threat to do so. Just around 15 minutes plus additional time. Chanatip. Expected overlap from Shindo, but that opportunity is now gone. Again, maybe just delayed his decision a little too long, the Thai international. Suga. Arano. Anderson Lopez. They're lining up here. Suzuki is pulled back towards Anderson Lopez and Arano. Now Tokac trying to get involved at the other end. Komori plays it almost instinctively to Anderson Lopez, who does like to run and hit. Still got it too. Very tricky. And that has gone behind for a corner. Akimoto not able to hold on to it. So often such an exciting and deceptive player, Anderson Lopez. Very strong, but with lovely footwork too. Remarkable performance he had against Espol's at the start of the season in his 3rd game, scoring 4. Having one of the strangest goal celebrations you'll ever see, where he leapt over the advertising boards without realising it was a much longer drop down than he anticipated. He did literally just disappear behind the boards and was thankfully only suffering from a bruised ego. Okumori, as ever, with the corner, big jump up. There's Shindo again. Very involved today. Not just the goal, which he took so well. Oh, this has been misplaced by Gu. Couldn't capitalise. Ryonosuke Noda playing his 12th game of the season. Uneven day for Gu Sung-yun. Some moments not so good, and a couple of moments, one of them in particular, outstanding. Chanatin plays it to Anderson Lopez, very clever, very simple, and it's in. It looked as though Daiki Suga was the obvious target, coming out wide. Instead he went straight through the middle, and Anderson Lopez, just a matter of a few minutes after coming on, makes it 4-1 to Contador. Suga maybe draws the focus. Freire just certainly seemed to drift across and then put his head in his hands, realising that Anderson Lopez was free and away. The great Barry Davis once said, he used him by not using him. Anderson Lopez just stroked that so neatly beyond Akimoto. Now becoming a most tall order for Shonan Bellmare, trailing by 3 with only around 10 minutes or so to play. Great impact he's had. Just his 5th goal since that 4-goal haul against the S-Pulse. Team that can score heavily, Contador. They can at times concede heavily. They are glorious fun to watch. Yoshiaki Komai is coming on for Takuma Arano. Arano, who thought he got his first goal of the season earlier. Taking his time to exchange farewells with every single Consadole player on the pitch. Facing him the man who joined the club permanently from the Red Diamonds after 3 years there, one of which was spent on loan up here in Hokkaido last season. He's from Kyoto and started his career at hometown club Kyoto Sanga. Consadole have 1 substitution remaining. Visitors have used all of theirs. Counter-attacking chance led by the substitute Komai. Noda. Natsuda. On in the first half. Tsukasa Umesaki. Oh, that unexpectedly came to Taketomi, and it was really well saved by Gu. He's an agile goalkeeper. Don't think that many expected Shindo to completely miss that ball. And that's alert from the 25-year-old, very alert. Atsuda's corner should be dealt with, almost. Shindo it was who didn't see too much of the ball as he touched it. Now with a big sprint, it's Kosuke Shirai. Chanatip's arriving. If he finds him, it must be. It surely is. Saved! Oh, that's so cruel on Yota Akimoto. Oh, it's been ruled out. No goal. Chanatip judged to have handled the ball, I think. There's a bit of discussion going on. He thought he'd scored. Let's have another look. Great burst from Kosuke Shirai. And Chanatip in a good position. Well, is there a use of the hand? Certainly isn't. Looks like a perfectly legitimate goal. And it has been given after some consultation with his team. Futoshi Nakamura awards the goal, and it's Chanatip's second of the season. It certainly looks like the right decision because there wasn't a use of a hand. So Consadole now are 5-1 up. And making their last change as the man who provided the ball for Chanatip, Kosuke Shirai, is replaced by Lucas Fernandez. Great impact he's had today, Shirai. It's very important right at the start of the game as well. And that has rather befuddled the Consadole defence. They've gotten away with it. Suga. Options out wide for Suzuki. And he explores that option as Lucas Fernandez gets his first involvement in the game. It's as though he's a touch irritated. He didn't make more of that. Well, after a delay, Chanatip Songkrasin was given this goal, and it's certainly the right call. Akimoto just palmed it back into his path, really. Wasn't a bad save initially. All he could do was try to scoop it away. Chanatip gets on the score sheet. Hasn't been as high scoring a season for him compared to the 8 he got in J1 last year, when he was Consadole's player of the season. So victory all but safe now for the home side as Fukumori's corner is nodded away. Komai. Touch back to Chanatip. Looking for Miyazawa, who found space cleverly. Pull back. They're appealing for a decision, half-heartedly. Shindo it was who went down, and important intervention by Kim Min-tae. as far as Tokac. Shot is blocked, and here is Suga. Well, with this dominant performance, Consadole are remaining in touch with the upper echelons of the table, starting the day in 8th place, all the way through to Suzuki. Good save. Found space cleverly. Brady goes towards the back post, and Shindo. It's the first touch. The breakaway opportunity is here. Shanatip was making the run. Yoshiaki Komai certainly spotted it. Suga. Again, Akimoto blocking the ball and it going goodness knows anywhere. Goodness knows where, rather. He's made a few saves like that, Akimoto, where punch has been a touch on the wild side. Miyazawa wants to play out. Effective ball forward for Lucas Fernandez, the substitute. Anderson Lopez making the run. Certainly seem very determined to add another, as 4 additional minutes are indicated by the 4th official. It is very much the way Consadole play. 5-1 up, why not get 6, why not try to get 7? Of course, risk section at the other end. Matsuda, as ever, with the delivery. Kim missing the ball, that was his. Well, it's been a tough trip. Very tough trip up to Hokkaido for Shonan Bellmare. They were very much in this game until Bothroyd got the 3rd goal, 71st minute, and then very quickly the next 13 minutes conceding 3 more to give his team the victory. Tidily. Last moments really for Shonan Bellmare to get a final consolation. Yamasaki. Suga. Lopez. It's a look of anguish on his face. Let's have a look of anguish on his face a lot there, Anderson Lopez. He's a very expressive player. Contador ball. Line goes down, no foul. Some chance for a counter-attack. Matsuda. The young substitute took catch, and it's eventually stabbed behind by Kim Min-tae. Will be a last opportunity. To admire the determination of Shonan Bellmare, despite being hit hard by that quarter of an hour spell. Matsuda, it's a dangerous ball, it's well put home. Ryonosuke Noda getting his first goal of the season in the final moments of the match. It's Contador 5, Shonan 2. It's well taken. Do they switch off a little bit defensively? Perhaps so. A lot of red in there, just the one white shirt. Managed to get away from two players, Shindo and Suzuki, too easily. But it's not of any great significance on what has otherwise been a very good day for Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo. An exciting game here at the Atsubetsu Stadium as Jay Bothroyd celebrates with his teammates, having scored 2 goals, along with the contributions from Ryosuke Shindo, Chanatip Songkrasin and Anderson Lopez. Consequently, it is Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo who defeat Shonan Bellmare here at Atsubetsu Stadium by 5 goals to 2 on match day 20 in the J1 season.